between lines. I'm an open book, ain't gotta read my mind.
I want everyone to go to truthfreedomhealth.com. We have organized that curriculum. So A, you get educated. Without educated, movements will die very, very quickly. They'll get overtaken. B, people need to have community of other people who are at a level of consciousness that understand there's not 15 or 10 or many different ways to win. There's frankly one way, and that is the way of understanding systems theory, building community, and getting on the ground to do activism. And our movement is the only movement on the planet that offers that. It is, frankly, the only way forward. And this is why the people in Canada or activists out there have been pounding away, telling people to build a bottoms-up movement. And we're seeing that. And it's really, really important at this point that people recognize to grow this movement, we need to be aware of the not so obvious establishment, right? Like in the United States, like the Trump or the Kennedys or the Bernies. And in Canada right now, as Marika and just shared, there's a not so obvious establishment is coming in like vultures. They want to snuff this movement out. They're figuring out ways to use the movement to negotiate political position. That's called opportunism. You know, I did a video a couple of days ago talking about Neil Young, who's from Canada, if you remember Marika and Heather, and this other guy, Joe Rogan. And a lot of the people who frankly are unconscious incompetence got so upset. Why am I attacking Joe Rogan? Well, Joe Rogan is institutionalized, not so obvious establishment. Just because he covers certain things doesn't mean he's for a working people's movement. And Neil Young, you know, was against GMOs at one point. Now he's pro-vax. Joe Rogan was pro-GMO. He had the number one guy who was like the Fauci of GMOs, Kevin Folta, on his show, you know, praising him. But even though people said put Dr. Shiva on, he never did. And he'll never put someone like me on because we are the real fighters. He will put the not so obvious establishment on and create a dialectic. And that is what the media does. The media wants to make the truckers movement pro-vax, anti-vax. That's not what it is. Not what it is. And we have to be very careful that the politicians and the opportunists will come in and they may even say, okay, we're going to eliminate the vax mandates. But they will take a pound of flesh from the working people for that. That's what vultures do. So that's what I wanted to let everyone know, that what's occurring in Canada is historic, but it will be unfortunate if that movement doesn't escalate. And the good news is a movement for truth, freedom, and health exists. Historically, a movement like ours did not exist.
Hey, are you awake? Can you hear me?
I keep his feelings on the tip of my tongue. I got a lot to say, like the clip on the gun, but I'ma keep this one on safety. Make it home safely. Never let the pressure of acceptance ever change me. Money never made me, it made me go crazy. Made people expect more than I could give, now they hate me. I still love you though, and I'ma see you on the other side. I'm cool being alone, cause when it's time I know my brothers ride.
Holes in my soul, searching for the hope.